Today we're going to look at the number 76338. Mech Battle. Spider-Man versus Doc Ock. You ready? For the box there. Doc Ock in question. Spider-Man in question. You also get a Gwen there, or Ghost Spider, whatever they want to call her. Get your little figures down there. Spider-Man up there. On the top of the box, you get your Spider-Man figure. Legal information, more logos. Get your logo side of the box. Down here, you get your barcodes and lucky numbers, more legal information, reminders of recycling. All that very important information. Over here, you get your reminders of apps, more language lessons, small warning about small parts, logos. On the old back side, you get your mechs here, Spider-Man swinging around, Gwen roping people up, Spider-Man face. So yeah, let's go put this thing together and see if it's as exciting as we think it is. You also get two of these web pieces loosely thrown on the box, so that's fun. Loose pieces. You also get your standard instruction booklets. You get two of them for each individual mech. You get your pirate telling you to win stuff, and you also get your little flying turtle to tell you to rebuild the world. There you go. Instruction booklets. Nothing new. You also get a look at some of the other sets from this wave. Get your mechs and your buildings and your cars and your motorcycles. Fairly standard Marvel stuff at this point. So yeah, there you go. More mechs and cars. You also get this full page picture of the Miles mech for some reason. So that's fun. Miles mech. Here we have Spider-Man. Looks pretty nice. Pretty much the same Spider-Man we've seen for a while now. Arm printing and chest and face and back. But anyway, he still looks good, so good old classic Spider-Man. There you go. Here we have our Spider-Man mech, which looks pretty nice. It's fairly standard mech we've seen 10 billion times. The same legs and arms and same kind of waist there. It does have a very kind of an Iron Spider-Man look to him, with it, especially with that kind of gold kind of spider there on his nicely printed tile, and with all the kind of gold accents. So maybe they had a different plan at once, but we get a regular Spider-Man. Same kind of, his claw hands and same kind of cockpit we've seen 10 million times before. Do get a couple of blasters out here in the back, which is slightly different. They can move around a little, but they do kind of get in the way of the shoulder pads if you don't move them around correctly. But you do have the stud shooters, which, do what stud shooters do sometimes. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Spider-Man mech. It's here, and it can go in your collection of 28 other Spider-Man mechs. But this one has gold on it, so cool. Here we have Gwen, or Ghost Spider, whatever you want to call her. She looks nice. Pretty much the same one we've seen for quite a while now. Same kind of printing there on the front side and on the old back side. Does have a nice little hood piece there. Yeah, there we go. Ghost Spider. Same as always. Here we have good old Otto. Looks really nice. Probably the reason to buy this set at all. Do get a nice little printing there on the front side. Get some, I guess, sort of belts and kind of chest armor there. Does have nice little goggles on his face. Does have a bit of back printing there. Guess that's where his arms would go if he had arms. There's a nice little haircut. Nothing really on the legs or anything, or on the arms, but he still looks good. There we go. Good old Otto. Here we have our Otto mech, which looks pretty nice. It's pretty much the same we've seen before. The arms are a little different up here. You do get these tiny little arms, which are connected here in the back, which don't really do much other than move kind of in and out, and they can kind of spin, but they do kind of clash with the extra arms he has over here. There's a little claws there, which he can grab stuff, and got these tiny little pieces that are coming off. So that's fun. Same on the other side. There's a nice little printed piece there in the chest, which reveals the same old kind of cockpit we've seen 10 million times. Do get your little extra arms, which on the usual arm sockets, which do move around. They don't really move this way too much because of this piece sort of starts sitting on stuff, but they do move back, so that's nice. Do have a bunch of ball joints there. Do get these little pointy pieces for the, I guess, pincers, and little light there, so you can get some movement out of the old tentacles to do whatever you want, but they really can't grasp anything, so at least they look cool. Look at these same little legs and feet that you normally see. Not much going on here on the old backside. Overall, it looks nice. It's pretty much a slight departure for mechs a little, with the extra arms, and probably one of the few characters that actually kind of deserve a mech. So overall, this is probably the main draw for this set. So if you want a nice auto mech and good old Doc Ock there, it's probably worth picking up. Or not, you know, you can do whatever you want. There you go. Perfect. Congratulations, you did it. You built these two mechs and made it to the end of the video. Now you have more mechs for Marvel. Good times. But, you know, Doc Ock seems pretty good.